The Lumiere Restaurant, a beacon of sophistication in Beverly Hills, was more than just a dining establishment. It was a symbol of exclusivity. Its crystal chandeliers cast a golden glow over the polished marble floors, and the soft hum of live piano music filled the air. Keanu Reeves, dressed in simple, wrinkled clothes, walked through the grand entrance. His worn jeans, plain shirt, and scuffed boots stood in stark contrast to the opulence around him. Keanu wasn't one to flaunt his wealth or fame. He preferred to blend in, to observe, and to connect with people on a human level. Tonight, however, his unpretentious demeanor would set the stage for a lesson in humility and kindness. As he approached the hostess stand, Ashley, one of the experienced waitresses, eyed him with thinly veiled disdain. Her immaculate bun and tailored uniform exuded an air of superiority, and her rehearsed smile faltered as she took in his appearance. "Good evening," she said, her tone clipped. "Do you have a reservation?" Keanu smiled warmly. "No, I don't. Is there a table available?" Ashley raised an eyebrow, her lips curling into a smirk. "This is a very exclusive restaurant. Are you sure you're in the right place?" Keanu's smile didn't waver. "Yes, this is the place." Ashley let out a short, incredulous laugh. "Well, let me check." She turned to the reservation system. When nothing came up, she returned, her expression smug. "As I suspected, you don't have a reservation. We do have a few tables available, but just so you know, this isn't a casual dining spot." Keanu nodded, unfazed. "I'd like to dine here." Ashley sighed dramatically, grabbing a menu. "All right, follow me." She led him to the farthest, dimly lit corner of the restaurant, near the kitchen, where the clatter of dishes and muffled chatter of staff created a stark contrast to the elegance of the main dining room. "Here you go," she said, dropping the menu on the table. "This table is perfect for you." Ashley muttered under her breath, loud enough for nearby patrons to hear. "He won't last 5 minutes here. Bet he'll leave as soon as he opens the menu." Keanu opened the menu. The live piano music filled the air, but something about his posture was intriguing. His serenity seemed unshakable. Across the room, Ashley watched with a smug smile, certain he would soon ask for the check and disappear. When she returned to take his order, her behavior grew even more condescending. "Have you decided what you'd like?" she asked, her tone dripping with sarcasm. "Or would you like a recommendation?" Keanu pointed to one of the most expensive dishes on the menu. "I'd like to try the filet mignon." Ashley stifled a laugh. "Of course, the filet mignon. Just to confirm, sir, you do know this costs $350, right?" Keanu nodded. "Yes, it sounds wonderful." Ashley tilted her head, her lips curling into a malicious smile. "All right then. Just to make sure there aren't any misunderstandings later, I suggest you double-check the prices. We wouldn't want anyone to have unpleasant surprises." Keanu remained unfazed. "I'm certain." Ashley let out a dramatic sigh, jotting down the order. "Very well, as you wish. But I'll warn you, our chef prefers dishes like this to be enjoyed by those who truly appreciate fine dining. I hope it meets your expectations." As she walked away, Keanu's calm demeanor never faltered. He glanced around the dining room, admiring the decor and the pianist's performance. When Ashley finally brought Keanu's main course, she placed it on the table with a brusque gesture. "Here's your order. I hope you enjoy it," she said, her tone dripping with irony. "Oh, and if you don't like it, please let us know. We can always adjust to something more affordable." Keanu thanked her with the same calm demeanor. "It looks excellent. Thank you." Ashley leaned in slightly, lowering her voice. "Are you sure? It's a very sophisticated dish. It might be difficult for someone who's not used to it." "I'm sure," Keanu replied serenely. "Thank you for your concern." Frustrated that she couldn't elicit any negative reaction, Ashley walked away, muttering to a coworker, "He's pretending to be polite, but it's obvious he's uncomfortable. I bet he doesn't even know what he's eating." Meanwhile, the elderly man approached Keanu's table, his kind smile a stark contrast to Ashley's disdain. "Good evening, young man. I hope you don't mind me interrupting, but I've noticed that you've been overlooked." Keanu smiled warmly. "Good evening. Don't worry, it's all fine." The man chuckled softly. "You know, Sometimes being treated like this is a test of our patience. But I can say with certainty that maintaining your composure is a great sign of strength. Before Keanu could reply, Ashley appeared, her tone more polished but still laced with authority. "Sir, can I help you with something? I wouldn't want you to disturb our customer." The elderly man narrowed his eyes. "Don't worry, miss. I was just greeting this gentleman. It's rare to find someone so serene." Ashley let out an exaggerated sigh. "Well, perhaps you should return to your table and enjoy your dinner." Keanu thanked the man with a slight nod. "It was a pleasure speaking with you." As the man returned to his table, Ashley's frustration grew. She muttered to herself, "He might be smiling now, but let's see if he still is when the bill comes." When the bill arrived, Ashley placed it on Keanu's table with a triumphant smirk. "Here you go, sir. I hope everything was to your satisfaction." Keanu glanced at the bill, then looked up at Ashley, his expression calm but firm. "Thank you. Before I pay, I'd like to speak with the manager." Ashley's smirk faltered. "The manager? Is there a problem?" Keanu's gaze never wavered. "No problem. I'd just like to have a word." The manager, a middle-aged man with an air of authority, approached the table. When he saw Keanu, his expression changed drastically. "Mr. Reeves, I wasn't aware you were visiting us today. Please, let me know how I can assist you." Ashley's face turned pale. "Mr. Reeves," she stammered, her voice barely above a whisper. Keanu stood, his presence commanding the room. "There's no need to state who I am to be treated with dignity. Frankly, it shouldn't matter. Everyone who walks through these doors, regardless of their appearance, should be welcomed with respect." The dining room fell silent, all eyes fixed on Keanu. The manager nodded, his expression a mix of admiration and regret. "You're absolutely right, Mr. Reeves. This is unacceptable, and I deeply apologize." Keanu turned to Ashley, his tone gentle but firm. "Ashley, I know what happened today was a mistake. Mistakes can be corrected as long as there's effort and a willingness to learn. What you choose to do next will define who you are." Ashley's eyes filled with tears. I never thought about it that way before. I was so focused on the restaurant's image that I forgot what really matters. "I promise, Mr. Reeves, I'll change." Keanu nodded. "That promise is to yourself, Ashley, not to me. True change comes from within." As Keanu left the restaurant, the streets of Beverly Hills sparkled under the city lights. Keanu knew that even in the most challenging situations, there was an opportunity to inspire and transform. If he could leave everyone who heard the story with one thought, it would be this: in a world where you can be anything, choose to be kind. True strength lies not in judgment, but in acceptance.